Hello everyone, my name is Silver, I'm a cosplayer, and today I want to show to you in this very fast video how to print something from this to this. So now let's check together how to import the file, how to scale it, and what's the best setting for get a print like this. This is made totally without any post-production. It's just print, painting, and wear it. So now let's check together. Hello everyone, this is the program that I usually use for scale my files. This program is called Armorsmith, and you can buy online from the website. It's an amazing program, and I always use this program for scale all my armor and projects. It's very, very excellent. So first of all, when you open the file, you need to create your avatar using your own size, and that's me. Yuppie! So now let's see how to import the file and how to scale. So first one, let's go to the file. This is my Ghost Rider files. When you import multiple, you can group all together to have on only one big object called helmet. It's merging together the files, and he will give you here the full helmet. That's much more easy to scale. You connect to your head, and now you start to scale. So here you see you can rotate it. You can translate, move forward or back. As you see, this helmet is quite smaller compared to my head. The right pink one here is my head, so the helmet is way too small. So for this one, I need to scale here, uniform scaling, start from the beginning. Let me make it a little bit bigger until I cannot see anymore some skin outside. When you think that the file is okay, you can double check here, reduce the opacity so you can see through the files, and you can see if some part of the helmet is too close to the head or is perfect. As you see here, I have slight space from the file to my head. On the side is a little bit on the borderline, so it's better to scale, but this time I will scale not uniform, just the side. Here I can enlarge a little bit, not too much, otherwise it will be deformed, the helmet will be ugly to see. Here the space from the eyes is okay, the nose is okay, so come back to one, and here is the file that is perfect for my head. This file is made by three different parts. One part is the head here, you see here, big one. The second part is the jaw here, that's the mouth, and the third part is the back. This part you need to print separately, because if you stick all together, after you don't have space anymore to wear your helmet, so you need to print separately, and after connect with some Velcro, magnet, or whatever you want, so you can open and close and put your head inside. After you're happy with your scaling, you can just export model. You make all parts as individual, so you will have all the three files separately. If I will export like single, I only have one big file, it will be almost impossible to print it in with the 3D printer. So let's divide it single. Let's decide to make here on the desktop, saving in calling Ghost Rider. Select folders and export in the file. This part you need to cut, the long waiting, please. Okay, everyone, here, this is Kura, this is my printer, the CR6 Max, and now as my settings, later I will show to you. Now we start to import the files that we saved before. This is the front of the helmet, as I told you before, it's cutting here to allow you to put your head inside, otherwise if it's full helmet, it's impossible to wear it. And this helmet like this is already the best way to print and put on the bed, because this flat surface, it will give you the best way to print it successfully without any failure. And also like this, all this red area that are the place that the files need to support, they will be inside the helmet. So you will not touch anything of the external surface, so we'll have a perfect print without the problem of the support that can ruin your printer. So here's the quality for this kind of print. I print, let's put basic, layer height 0.16, very low. It takes more time, but because this it's very not flat surface, it's very difficult to sanding and to polish without ruining all this beautiful and amazing detail. So you need to print as smooth and as better as you can, because the process on this helmet it will be like 0. So 0.16 with 3 walls and 4 top layer on the top and on bottom. In fill, normally for this kind of helmet stuff I can put 10%. Or even 5 is enough, because this one doesn't need to be touched by people, it doesn't hurt, so it doesn't need to be very, very tough. So normally all my parts cosplay I print from 5 to 10%. This one, because I have some mechanism here for moving, so and maybe I need to move and remove the mask more time, so I will use 10% Gyroid, is the best support A-fill files that I find. Material, this is my temperature, this is my build. This is the template that I'm using with the Isan PLA gray, and it's worked perfectly for me. The speed, 60 millimeters per second, no more speed, no faster, otherwise you risk to have some failure. Travel, this is according to your printer, for me it's working good around 6 millimeters. And the support, here, touching my heavy plate, and for the support, I need to change a little bit, because usually I use the support, the tree support. It works much better for me, saving a lot of time and a lot of filaments, and it's work much better than the normal support. Here, just need a brim. I don't need a raft, because it's a very big surface where it's connected. It's not any problem, so will not fail. So it's enough to make with the brim support. It doesn't need a raft. If some surface it doesn't touch as good as this one, it's better printed with a raft. It's better waste a little bit more material at the beginning, but have less chance to failing later in the futures. Okay, everyone. So as you see here, we have our file. It's finished to slicing. It took 3 days and 276 grams of filament. It's a lot of filament, because as you see here on the preview, there are a lot of supports. Printing like this, it will consume a little bit more support, but even like this with the tree support, you see almost the part inside is empty here. It's very big save of filament. Look, all these are empty, and support, you see, they start smaller, they grow bigger like a tree until they cover everything. Printing this way is wasting a little bit more material than if you print in the other side. But like this, you will be sure 100% the first one will not failing, because with this orientation, you have the best adhesion on the bed. The second, you will not have any support touching your visible area of your mask. All the support are inside. So even if the support will ruin it a little bit, the connection, like this, they are all covered. You cannot see anything. If you print like this, for saving material, you can have, for sure, less support using less material. Let's orient it better. And for sure here it's very easy that it will fail the printer, because the connection here is very small. It doesn't just look these two teeth. It's almost impossible that you will print something good like this. And even if you can print it something, you will have all the support here, support under the chin, support on the nose. Oops, I cancel the slicing. Support here under the teeth. The teeth will become ugly. It will be impossible to print it very good. You need to smooth, make a lot of post-process. So yes, probably you can save some filament, but you will lose in quality. So when I'm printing something like this, I always prefer consume a little bit more filament, but I will be sure that it will printing good, because putting the other side is much better addition on the bed. I will not ruin any part of my cosplay here, and I will be sure that the print will become as smooth as I want and is ready to paint. I didn't do any process in this printing, as I showed you before. It's just remove the support, primer filler, and painting, and it's ready to go. Okay everyone, this is the last part of the print. As you see this one, you can orient it like this. You have small portion here of connection, just these two parts. So in this case, it's better using a raft, because the part that the print touched the bed is very little, and it can have some failing. So like this, just put a raft here, and you should that the print it will not move. Like this, you see, beginning, you turn the raft, you grow, and here after we start to print, immediately we start to grow some support to keep the print working good. And also like this, as you can see, all the supports are inside, hiding here under the teeth. So we are sure that after you print everything, you don't have any problem with the supports. All the print that you want, very good. Just the teeth here, because the last part is a little bit flat, it is a little bit ruined, but when you go to put the primer filler, you will cover this one very easily, and you don't have any kind of problem. So like this is the best way to make this one. Otherwise, if you want to orient it like this, you can also make it, but as you see here, you will have a large surface here that is not touching, because this part is not flat. So there is a lot of part that will not touching, you consume a lot of supports, and the touching part will be very less, only this blue part here, and it can fail. So this one, this, and it will be very safe to print with just a little bit of support, and it's best way to don't have any kind of failing and print good without ruining any part of the piece of print.
Hello everyone, this is the helmet when it's finished and painting, and as I mentioned before, here there are the two pieces. It's connecting here with just elastic strips to help for the movement, and here on both of the sides you just glue it some velcro. So after, what you just need to do when you need to wear it is just connect the velcro in here very tight for reduce the gap on the mask, and here you are ready to go. And for the round here, you see, just put two pieces of velcro here and two pieces of velcro here. So this one, it will allow you to open and close. So when you put your face here and you open your mouth, this one, it will make this movement. And that's all, very simple. This is, I was just primer with a primer filler. I use the Mr. Hobby 1500 grams gray color. After, I just spray black and simply one layer of white, a beige, is like a skull color, and that's all. It's very simple, very fast. This is for this one I needed more or less 2 days for printing these parts, another 2 days for the other two sides. So in 1 week is ready, and is amazing file, very simple and very beautiful to wear it. So that's for all for the first video. See you next time. Bye bye. And here we are. This is the final result of just with the painting. As you see, it's very fast, very simple, took less than 1 week. And after you wear it, you can just put a hood for cover the connection of the two parts like this one, and the result will be stunning. So that's for today. Thank you and continue to watch.